Hey rock stars, welcome back to another episode of I Rock the Mic. I'm your host, the photog of rock gods, Mike Klein, and live on the rock line, a very good friend of mine, Barbie Blank. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am good. I am finishing up the day, and as we were talking offline, I've got you and then vacation for a day.
Oh, that's exciting.
How have things been going with you?
Things have been so great. I'm just here in LA right now. Had some Oscar parties this weekend, and so just coming off of those, and that was great. So now having some time to relax.
Now, were you just in Nashville? Did I just miss you in Nashville?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, I was just there with a good friend of mine from the group Train, Hector, the bass player. So yeah, we just missed each other.
Well, Summer Rae just moved there. So she bought a house, and so she just had a housewarming party and stuff, and a lot of wrestlers are moving there, actually.
I was going to say, there are a lot. Like, are we looking, or is everybody getting ready to do a music career? What's going on there?
I don't know. I think it's just the taxes and, for the houses and, I don't know, just the market's really low right now, and you can get stuff for a great price, so. Are
you going to stay out west, or are you coming back east?
I don't know. I can really, what I do now with, social media and everything and, working with these fashion brands, I can kind of do it anywhere.
Right.
So that's I'm lucky to be able to do that and travel. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. Nashville doesn't really have a big beach, so I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't really need a beach. Okay. I need a beach maybe once, every few months to get those shots in. But
that's right.
That's when I can just go visit somewhere.
Well, let's jump into it. Obviously, touring in music, I've done a lot of videos and red carpets, and a good friend of mine, Timberland, years ago did a video with the Hives, and you were in it.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Was that your first music video?
Yeah, it was, and it was so fun. The concept of it and how it all worked out, it was a blast. Everyone was so great to work with, and he was great to work with, and I really liked the song, and so I had a blast with it. Yeah,
he had that whole record where it was crossover, where he was doing his Timberland beats, but then he would bring the Hives in, and that was pretty cool.
I really liked it.
And the video was a cool concept because it had that whole black and white feel to it.
Yeah, exactly. And they had the wrestling, you got to wrestle. They had the good guys and the bad guys, and it was really cool.
How were you guys picked for that? Because obviously it was the top talent.
I don't know. I guess they came to Vince and they said, we want them, I guess.
Well, it worked out. The pillow fight actually was a good touch.
It was fun. And I got to do some backflips in there, and so.
So definitely you were on the winning team.
I wasn't, actually. So we were on the losing team. It was when I was with Extreme Expose, so it was me, Brooke, and Layla against Ashley, Tori, and Maria, and they won, actually.
Okay, well, they're not here, so you definitely won.
So we'll just say I did win.
That's right. So jumping around in music, I always throw a couple names out, and I've got to know, and there's a big office pool going on, so everybody get ready.
Oh, goodness.
Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
I got to go with Britney. That's my girl.
Yeah, see? I won. Everybody picked Christina for you.
Really?
Yes, I wouldn't have guessed that, but they did.
No, Britney was way more, when I was growing up, it was definitely Britney.
What's your favorite Britney song?
I have to say, I'm a Slave for You.
Great choice. I appreciate that, actually, because a good friend of mine actually helped write that song, Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I'm from this area of music in Virginia where we had Timberland and Missy, and then we had Pharrell and Chad, which were the Neptunes. So I spent a lot of time. I lived in the same neighborhood as Chad. So he actually introduced me. I have to give a lot of credit to him. He introduced me to music as far as touring, because when he was writing for Justin and Britney and even Ashley Simpson, he got me involved with that. Yeah. So Prince or Michael Jackson? This is tough.
That is tough.
It's tough.
I would have to say.
This is tough.
I know.
They asked me this the other day, and I changed my answer 4 times.
I know. I feel like that's me right now.
Yeah. It's like I would pick, obviously Purple Rain is a huge song for me. But
yeah,
then I would say. Yeah, I would think about Michael and go, ooh, I don't know, man. Smooth Criminal was awesome. So
yeah.
It's a tough one. No.
I probably would say Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you're a fashion icon, who dressed better, Michael or Prince?
Michael. I say Michael.
Right?
Prince is a little too much for me.
Right. Okay.
A little extra.
Okay. He was a little extra. Okay. So obviously you spent some time wrestling. If for some crazy reason you needed to go back to wrestling, or they wanted you to go back and you had to pick one artist or one group or one singer to do your entrance theme, this is the toughest one. Who would it be?
Cardi B. No question.
Really? Well, that would definitely have to be a pay-per-view song, because I'm not sure we could play that on Monday night.
For sure.
Now, do you listen to a lot of Cardi B on the road, like when you're traveling?
I do. I love her. I think she's great. I love her. Like, when I watched her on Love and Hip Hop, like, who would have thought she would have, gotten Grammy? Like, it's crazy to see how far she's come. And so I love her story, and I just think she's very talented. So
it's different because, like, even she did stuff with like Maroon 5 earlier last year, and she's kind of a household name.
Yeah, she's definitely coming up and killing it. So
do you miss TV? Obviously you did a lot of TV with WWE, and then of course you did some reality TV. Like, what was that like?
Reality TV was fun. I got to be myself on it, and I got to have fun with it. I met a lot of great girls on the show. Yeah, I do miss that. Wrestling, I miss performing. I don't miss the traveling, but yes, I do miss like TV and, all that, and the fans. So, you never know. Maybe you'll see me again soon.
Well, I was going to say, you made a surprise appearance last year at WrestleMania.
I did. And then I came back for the Rumble, and then I did the first ever women's pay-per-view. So that was really cool. What
do you think of Ronda in the sport?
I think she's amazing. I think what they're doing is amazing. I personally am so scared to get in the ring with her, because it's like, she would kill me. I'm like, there's no way.
Well, it's funny you said that, because that was my exact thinking when she first came in. Would natural instinct just kick in and she would do something? Or right?
That's my, because I've heard that too. I can't even imagine going from UFC to really laying everything in, and for real punching people, into like holding it back. Like, I can't imagine having to be able to do that. So
has the sport made a big difference since you were last there?
It's so different now, but it's so, for the better. It's just how women are treated, and how how much Vince has put into women is so amazing, and what all the girls there who are there now have done for the sport. It's just amazing to see. A
lot of people have conversations about the guys versus the girls, and I got to tell you, like, I just think the girls deserve their own show. Like, it's super entertaining. Yeah. The storylines are cool. Yeah.
It's getting there. Like, it's only a matter of time, I think.
Well, you were the top-notch girl for a long time, and now you've left, and you let Charlotte take over, I guess, because if you came back, we know. But what do you think? What do you think about Charlotte? Obviously.
I love Charlotte. I think she's so great, and I love that she comes from a gymnastics background, which is similar to me, and she's really used that background in wrestling, and I really admire her, and she's got it. She's got that it factor that people talk about. She has everything. So I'm really happy to see how far she's come.
Well, before we jump into modeling, I just want to let you know I was a cheerleader too. Okay, so I can do an amazing Liberty. Don't joke.
Shoot.
Okay, and I can do a Russian too. So don't hold. Just so you know.
Where are you right now?
I know it's a very weird story, but it started in high school, and I had a girlfriend that was a cheerleader, and they were gonna introduce guys as and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't. And of course the comment was, well, if you don't want this guy throwing me up in the air, you might want to be the new cheerleader.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So I became a bass, and I started learning how to do things.
Wow.
So you, on the other hand, I know you were into cheering, but modeling obviously was a big thing for you. and you were on, I don't know, like almost every magazine out there at one point.
Oh.
But you did turn down Playboy.
I did.
Now, how did that come about? Like, was that during like the promotions for like WrestleMania?
It was. I think it was right before WrestleMania. They had come to me, and I think I was 20 years old, like not even 21.
Wow.
And I just, I talked to my family, and, they were like, whatever you want to do, honey, it's your decision. Like, we support you. But at the end of the day, I just looked at it like, look, do I want this? And the money was great and everything. But I was like, at the end of the day, do I want this when I end up getting married and I have kids? Do I want my kids to see this? Do I want, and it's not a big deal. Everyone's naked now at this point in the world. But just for me, I couldn't do it. I was, and my family, my grandma's really religious, and I don't know. For me, it just wasn't for me.
Was there ever a time that you went back and you thought maybe I should have done it?
No. And that's why I knew I never regretted my decision. And, yeah, and I knew Playboy made all the girls look so amazing, and it was always so classy. But it just wasn't, it wasn't for me, so. Well,
you did do a lot of Maxim.
Yes, I loved Maxim.
I was going to say, I watched a couple of the videos from behind the scenes, and it looks like you had a really great time.
I did. I mean, being on the cover of Maxim was always a dream for me. Like, when I was little and, like, I would go to Maxim. Even when I was 18, I worked a Maxim party for a Super Bowl, and like all the girls on the cover were so beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh. So it was a dream. It was honestly a dream come true to do that. So yeah.
And you did the cover more than once.
I did it once, and then I was like on the top 100 list a bunch of times.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what's new now? What's upcoming?
Right now I'm just working with a lot of fashion brands. I work with a brand called Fashion Nova. I work with a brand called Pretty Little Thing, and they are like the top selling online. Everything's online now, basically. But they're huge. I mean, Cardi B has a line with them. Chloe and Kylie have one with Pretty Little Thing. And so I'm working with them, and they're great companies to work for. I still do a lot of signings, like Comic-Cons and appearances with WWE.
Now, that's pretty fun, right? I mean, that kind of keeps you busy as far as...
it is, and it keeps me busy, yeah.
Comic-Cons weren't as big 10, 15 years ago as they are now.
Oh, it's crazy now.
Do you ever dress up different? Like, do you show up? Okay.
Oh, no. I like to sit and watch, though, and it's great.
Well, I was going to say, when I toured, people watching became a sport for me.
Oh, it's a thing. Yeah. I love it.
Especially like at airports, like just people in general, like, or cruise ships. That's pretty funny also.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So spring break's coming up.
Yes.
Do you have any plans going out of town?
I don't have any. I may be going to Hawaii. I don't know yet. It's still kind of up in the air. So yeah, and then we have Mania, so I'll be out there for Mania.
Now, what are you doing with Mania? Are you going to be out in New York, like signing?
I have it's called WrestleCon, so I'll be out there signing, and then, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you're doing signings with Event Horn.
Yeah.
With John, right.
Yeah. So I work with them a lot, and yeah.
Okay, so if you had a choice, would it be Florida or Vegas for spring break?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say Florida.
Ooh, okay.
Florida. Vegas is just, I don't know. Vegas is a lot.
Vegas is, for me, Vegas is like a 2-3 day get out.
Yeah.
Quickly. Right.
Yeah.
Quickly.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we have today. I know you're busy. I wanted to touch base.
Yeah, thank you. That was
We appreciate you letting me win the Britney Spears challenge at the office. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help.
And I'm sure we'll be seeing you on the road. I know that the soonest thing will be obviously you'll be in New York for WrestleCon, so that's going to be great.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see everybody.
And I will tell Timberland you said hello when I see him next.
Please do.
I just saw a ton of dates that are going to be released from Missy. Nobody knows it yet, so you've heard it here first.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So exciting.
Yeah, so that's going to be awesome this summer.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm sure I will see you on the road at some point too.
Well, I look forward to it.
Well, you are a rock goddess. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much.